Greetings, viewers, and welcome back to another episode of Stellaris, as our intergalactic family looks towards creating a new home. We have a wonderful place over here, starbase being built in Nefra, and within 2 short little jumps, we'll be at Urantok, which will be our first colony. Highly exciting time. We've got plenty of projects on the go at the moment. I think what I'm likely to do is get a bunch of minerals, because we definitely need them. So a bunch of metals. Let's just buy those. And I'm tempted to build a colony ship so that we've got it ready to go. So over to Continuum Starbase. We're going to need another 150 consumer goods in order to be able to afford that. Now, they don't cost that much, but they do cost enough that we can't just, you know, do them willy-nilly. There we go. That's absolutely perfect. So down here, we're going to get a colony ship. Now, we want to check to see who this is most habitable for. Its habitability is 65%, but it doesn't really state in terms of the expansion planner who it's going to be best for. Mousing over it, we can see Cryptilium and Amarthi are the best options. Dahesh are okay, Human are okay. We're going to be turning Amarthi into Dahesh effectively. Yeah, pretty much everyone is better suited for everywhere compared to us, but that's fine. So, colony ship. We're going to do this as an Amarthi one. And when it's ready, we'll bring it round. That has obviously put a big drain on our resources. But I think it's smart for us to do it in that order. Let's get the mining station and then the research station going here.
Strange happenings.
Okay, over in Uranus B, Jarson has found another anomaly. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from the moon. It might have been a glitch, or it could be the sign of something more. Well, have a little look. There's plenty of things for us to be trying to find around here. In the meantime, I'll put the speed back up. Okay, so this, of course, we've already done, but apparently they're giving us another thank you message. Dahesh, we've received word of our down supply ship's cargo. We'd like to extend our gratitude for taking the time to recover it without the need for intervention. I mean, if they want to thank us again, then that's totally fine by me.
A system survey
We'll get that being built straight after, and then we can almost jump straight to Urantok. Now, over in Uranus BA, we've traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a megacomputer the size of a battleship. Our researchers suspect it might have been there for several thousand years, hard at work solving a very complex single problem, the nature of which still eludes us. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered the facility, which had appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by security AI, the highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, it broadcast a message to an unknown recipient. Okay. Extra research. Extra research seems like a really good plan. I would love the metals and other exotic materials, but boosting our own research, I think, is something that I'm fine with us doing. The Everite Horde is becoming quickly disliked by, well, everyone. Yeah, very much not keen on these guys. They have quite a lot of territory already. Moving our border to Jugum would be good, but it would mean that we'd also need to take Unatra in order to properly secure it. Hey, we found another prehistoric civilization in the Jetramus system. Where is the Jetramus? There they are. Oh well, we're not going to really be able to get over to them to build an observation post, but it's still kind of cool to see them there. Maybe one day we will fold them into the family. Paradisium is capable of building a new building. We're going to... This is difficult. Very difficult. So I would love research labs, but we need more consumer goods in order to do that, or we're going to start buying consumer goods. So I think we're going to get civilian industries instead. It'll stem off the tide up here, which is good for us. It's just a little frustrating that it's not going to be better in terms of production. Rosen over at Jatramus has found atmospheric readings do not match the simulated projections, so yeah, go ahead and have a look at that. Plenty of weird things going on in that neck of the wood. Also, as the population of Paradisium gets bigger, having consumer goods will help improve the quality of life, so it makes sense for us to do that sooner rather than later. This must be nearly complete. Yeah, it is. In fact, the testament to lifeless sparks, we can move you down and you can start doing that straight away. And I'll move you straight down to Urantok. By the time you get there, we should have the influence to be able to claim it, and our colony ship will be ready. We can start moving the colony ship round
A system survey
soon.
is concluded.
Swirling shadows. The immense ragged planes of shadow drift across Jatramus One's face. They're cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged, or rather jointed, to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Rosen is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Well, there's potential for research over there, which is always good and interesting to see. Our colony ship is very nearly completed. There's a lot of potential places to get around here. And as soon as that starbase is finished, we'll have the resources to be able to take Urantok.
Inbound communique.
Ooh, form a federation? I'm completely down with forming a trade league. So this is going to benefit us because the trade league trade policy will combine the bonuses of consumer benefits and marketplace of ideas.
A new card is done.
We're losing Federation XP, but we'll take a moment to go through that. As part of an intergalactic mafia, a totally legitimate trade consortium, we need to make sure that we are doing our parts, and having envoys helping will certainly do that. So let history record that on this day, the governments of the Quectilian Trade Union and the messengers of Paradisium signed a treaty of federation as founding members of the Pan-Galactic Monetary Accord. I think that's a reasonable name. So the first thing we want to do is we want to reassign our envoy across. This will help build cohesion. The next thing we want to do is we want to go to our policies and change our trade policy. Ah, cool, it's already set. So we're now getting money and unity and consumer goods. So hopefully that'll offset the amount we're getting over there. In Jatramus we have another anomaly to look at. So, efforts to map the surface of the moon have identified strange mountain formations in the southern hemisphere. Yeah, go ahead and have a look at those. How close is this to being done? 92%, so almost ready.
Construction venture completed.
To get it done. Our colony ship can start coming round because they are ready to go. You can get the mining station on the way. Yeah, they're taking Tanobo. I think we need you to move up here after you're done with that because I want to take Shinju. And then Eriness. Oh, definitely Eriness, actually. There's so many places that we want to go to. In the Dradrim system, so this must be all the way... Oh no, just there. Just on the very edge of our borders. An unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drifts through the debris of the belt, possibly of alien origin. Go have a look at that. How are you doing? You're down in Barchim. Now the question is really whether we're going to get enough influence to take this system before we before our allies manage to do it. They're obviously taking Chinobo right now. Over at Barchim, we've got another anomaly. Our science officer has found one. Will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. That's really vague. Really, really vague. It's gigantic skeleton in Jatramus. Alright. So what was previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien lifeform. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Jatramus 4As could have supported life on that scale. Science Officer Rosen has prepared a special project to delve further into the mystery. Well, yeah, we're definitely going to research that, then carry on surveying, then survey up here, survey around here, and Yarok as well. Over on the other one, the Crystal Codex has been discovered. So the mineral cluster is a holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged and translucent. It remains secure in the testament of Fear's stasis tractor beam, but our experts will need some time to decode its contents. So we've got a special project for the Crystal Codex. Let's have a look at that. Have a look at it. Finish surveying this system and then we'll carry on coming down this way. This is getting dangerously close to their borders. It looks like they're already taking Unatra.
Construction venture completed.
Lovely. Get the mining stations. Get the research stations. And where is our colony ship? Colonize the planet. And this colony is going to be New Eden. As messengers of Paradisium, we have to make sure that the places we're living are suitably named. I think is going to be the right way of putting it. Still got plenty of time before we have enough influence to take Shijono. The Testament of the Inner Skin reporting that they found something spectacular on Bartium 6D. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition from another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There's also the possibility to sell them off. Oh. Selling them off is going to get us a fat stack of cash, which could allow us to reinforce our fleets quite considerably. Let's sell it off, and on that we'll buy a whole bunch of metals.
A special project is complete.
And
an anomaly has been discovered.
Let's have a read of this. So the Crystal Codex, the holographic data documents, the terms and conditions for a trilateral trade treaty between 3 major alien powers. Context eludes us and the details are meaningless, but Science Officer Corendon feels that this find will prove invaluable to improving our own ability to communicate with alien forces. Okay. Extra society research, that moves us towards our regenerative hull tissue. In the meantime, Bartium has another anomaly. Roland's going to investigate some unusual readings that suggest there may be more to the desolate world than meets the eye. Let's get some ships being produced. And actually, I can afford to sell a whole bunch of these now.
A study has been completed.
Destroyers are ready. So the L gate in sight, 78 months. I think we definitely want to do that. We want to push our L gate knowledge along as far as possible. As much as the Corvette hull points will be great, it's not destroyer hull points. 28 months to get afterburners. Yeah, let's stick with this. It will take us a little bit longer, but we're producing a lot of engineering research right now, and the number's going to go up as time goes on. So with destroyers available, let's wait until we have just the next upgrade for our technology, and then we'll go to our ship designer.
Construction venture completed.
Awesome, you are on your way
Inbound communicate.
to the Shenzhou. Federation Association request. On a Daesh, we propose strengthening our ties by granting us association status. They want in. Yeah, I am fine with that. They are our friends and they should be part of this federation. The Kirim Enterprises, they don't really care. But they are technically ours. They are subject, so... So, still over at Bartium, nestled in sheltered pockets across the surface is a rich sludge of simple organic compounds that our researchers believe could be a hotbed for abiogenesis, the spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter. Bartium 6C has an unusually thick atmosphere for a barren world, which could make it hospitable for simple life forms. Although this presents a unique opportunity to study what could be the early stages of origin of life, it would be best to set our expectations low, as it may still be millions of years before life evolves naturally. Okay, well, we don't care about that neck of the woods. It's far enough away that there's really going to be nothing going on there.
A study has been completed.
That is the research we wanted, mining drone lasers. So we're going to move on. And I think get UV lasers next. It'll be 46 months, which is quite a bit of time, but it's well worth us looking at that. So, with our destroyers, we're going to want a couple of options. Firstly, we want the large artillery. This is really going to be to try and take down shields at range. Anything that gets close to us. Interceptor or gunship. Do we make this just like the biggest thing? Yeah. By the time we get close enough, the shield should be gone, that the medium weapon can do a significant amount. We do have regenerative hull tissue, so that's great. I'm a little concerned about our power generation, so let's see, can we... Oh, we've still got plenty of power. So let's do that. Look at this. Right, so this is going to be the abasement class, which is... yeah, artillery. So we can destroy that old one. Let's get a new one as well. We'll go proper gunship for this. So trying to get right in the middle of everything. Gunship and interceptor, actually. So extra armor damage, extra hull damage. Yeah, mining drone lasers are really where we need to be. And then for the small ones, yeah, the range does increase. We're going to want it to probably be mass drivers to help out. So really, this is anti-hull and anti-armor. This is going to be really good for any places where shields don't function. So this is endemic, which is anti-armor. And I think we'll also make a picket ship one. Just to try and defend a little bit against any strike craft. I think it's going to have to be flak batteries. So they're reduced armor damage, but they are potentially good against those strike craft. And yeah, we'll have mass drivers for these. So it might not be the most useful one, but having one picket ship in there will be useful. Anxiety class, amazing. And the final one we're going to produce is going to be another gunship with an interceptor bit. This is going to try and do as much shield damage as possible. Yeah, two big anti-shield, and then now these are all going to be very expensive for us to do. The Shame class, which is anti-shield. Look at that nice selection of destroyers right there. I'm excited. Let's go to the fleet manager and see what we can do. So if we take this down significantly, let's lose one more missile. And in terms of the destroyers, we'll get one artillery, one picket, And then anti-shield and anti-armor. I think we'll get 2 anti-armors, and that'll round that out. That takes it to 20. We can get more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more anti-armor. We only need 1 picket ship. Let's get 3 artillery. I like that. That seems to be a good selection. This is a lot of metals we're going to need, but that's fine. Always scroll to the top before changing tab. Over here, the Troubled Armada is actually full, which is great. Let's bring in an artillery, picket, 2 anti-armor. Okay, so we need 4,500 in order to do this, and it's going to push us way over our military capacity. Naval capacity, sorry. But we do have those designs ready. It's an exciting day for the Daesh. It really is.
A special project is complete.
Our continued studies of the massive skeletal remains on Jatramus 4A have managed to shed some light on how the creature ended up on the moon. There are faint residual energy readings that indicate some kind of dimensional portal existed briefly towards the rear of the skeleton. Science Officer Rosen theorizes the creature passed through the gateway from another dimension only to quickly perish in the hostile environment. Why it did this and where it came from are questions that may never be answered. Now I think we're going to have just enough to take...
A system survey has concluded.
Take Shenzhou. Although they may actually be coming in to do that now. Where are you going? If they're going to Evagmir, that's okay by me. Well, they might be building here. Oh yeah, they're building around here. That's fine. Yeah, you can finish getting your energy credits and stuff in Chernobyl. Jarsin over at Rotanev. Where is Rotanev? I bet it's down here somewhere. Maybe up here. Rotanev, there. An abandoned ship has been left to drift aimlessly above the moon. Massive sails protrude from its hull, suggest it relied on solar power. Yeah, have a little research of it. I am deeply worried by the developments that are going on around Umatra.
A system survey.
But in terms of borders, we're not the only ones bordering on them. Over in the Dreadrim system, Corinthian has found a vessel of some kind crashed into the surface of the asteroid. Have a look at it. Report back to the family. Tell me everything you know, because knowledge is power. Our colony ship is moving around as quickly as possible. The Solar Sailor. Okay, this is giving us some engineering research, which is definitely welcome. We've discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Rotanev 4A. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is outdated, it does possess some interesting designs. Our cost has gone up quite considerably over time. Through our survey of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected vast amounts of data on alien life forms. Yay, we finally finished the habitable worlds survey. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has built new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed in the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Paradisium. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search of strange life forms. Look at that. 500 society research, and a butt ton of cash. That can only be a good thing for us.
Construction venture completed.
Okay, after identifying the anomaly in the gravity well of V4136759, the Testament of Fear in Stasis has discovered a shattered wreckage of an alien or super freighter buried deep within the asteroid's crust. It must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid's mineral wealth has been revised accordingly. Very nice. It may not directly provide much benefit to us, but look at Drodrim down here. Wow. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps for us to get to it, but that is quite a big deposit if we could take it. I really want to take Aranes though.
Inbound communicate.
Migration treaty proposal. Right, let's get this going. Hey, the Kira Enterprises. Yeah, we could potentially do that. Migration treaties are good-ish in terms of building relations, but it is going to cost us some. So I think we'll hold off on that. We'll just keep them as a subject for now. Our other little babies are slowly coming along. Technological enlightenment is taking us a long time. Great, our admin capacity is up, so our Empire sprawl is going to be a lot more manageable. I think probably the next thing for us to look at will be genome mapping. Let's try and get the population growth speed up. The rest of our things are all going to take quite a long time in order to actually develop. Paradisium, your population is growing okay. Cool, we'll be able to force migrate one of those workers across to our new colony, which is going to be founded very, very soon. Jarsin has found an anomaly. Require extensive probing. Yeah, go ahead and research it. And we are going to eventually take these places, but obviously there's a lot of things that we need to consider before we do that.
Construction venture completed.
Okay, get those mining stations, get those minerals coming in. Actually, maybe it'd be better for us to have you down past the Kelvin Maelstrom. Oh, no one finished exploring Sol. I must have missed that. Who is going to be the closest worthwhile ship to have a look at that? You. We don't really want you going down to Unatra. So, survey here, and then come back and survey Sol. Having probed the frozen landscapes of Rotenant 5, we think we've struck something big. Science Officer Jarson speaks of bacterial life like no other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light and also act as solar cells. They absorb solar energy with a surprisingly low efficiency loss percentage, most likely a result of evolution favouring those that could gather more heat in a harsh climate. Yeah, let's go for energy production. Because if we're going to be building a huge energy farm over here on New Eden, I think that's going to benefit us the most. So our arrival on New Eden is nothing short of cataclysmic. A massive shockwave scours the continent clean of life, and the habitability level of New Eden drops notably as megatons of debris are thrown into the atmosphere. Oh dear. Our colonists, encased safely within the rocky core of the meteorite, will soon emerge and begin setting up prefab. So that's not good. The habitability has indeed dropped. I mean, it is what it is. Everything's going to cost more, but we're going to get more society research here. But the whole point is this is going to be a generator planet.
A system survey has concluded.
Our energy development researchers have made progress on samples. They've been able to develop a new type of solar cell using the organisms as a template. Hey, 5% extra energy credits. That is a significant step forwards. Yeah, if they've just seen Drodrum there, they're definitely going to take it or try to take it.
An anomaly has been discovered.
Okay, first of all, let's do our domination. So, resource output from workers and slaves is increased. That's great for us. That also improves our influence gain, so we'll be able to expand faster. That's the big reason for us doing that. We have a new Ascension perk available. Mastery of Nature is a good choice. Improving our sensor range could be amazing for... Ooh, claim influence cost reduced. That would allow us to expand even faster. If the Dahesh are really going to spread throughout the galaxy, then I think this is going to be vital, not just for now when we're building up our initial claims, but for all of our future wars. Interstellar Dominion is where we go. Where we go from here, who knows? But that is going to be a significant change. Yeah, we only need 60 influence now in order to claim new systems. That's going to allow us to expand much faster, given we're going to be gaining more per time as well. You're still building mining stations here, so you carry on doing that.
A system survey has concluded.
The other thing that we had was an anomaly in the Firam system. We found something. Further investigation is warranted. Yeah, go have a look at it. See what you can figure out. In the meantime, it might be time for us to take out the problems in Rana so we can finish surveying around this area. Let's get some more ships. Maintenance cost of ships being increased is not too bad a thing. I'm not really worried about that. And considering how everything is looking in terms of our various goods, I think actually getting some more ships is going to be a very smart move. Admiral Saundon has leveled up Good job, sir. And in fact, now that we've got this system, yeah, once you're done here, we can start the archaeological excavation. So head back after that. We can pull you out again in the future. But it'd be very curious to find out what's actually on our own TOC. Because the planetary machinery could be good. It could also be terrible. But it could be good. Deep within the crevice of the giant asteroid 409F76-1, we found something astonishing. There's a mining gear attached to the rock, digging itself into the vast depths of the asteroid. It stands abandoned with no sign who placed it there. If we can stop the machine, we might be able to learn something about the technology used to build it, but we must hurry before it gets crushed. Yeah, try and stop it. So where is this special project? Oh, there's a really nice place there. This needs a construction ship to do. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's not too far away. Let's claim RNS first. And then we'll head over. In fact, you can head over and do it after this. That's a good order for us to be doing things in. Now, we're not going to extend our reach all the way over there. They've pretty much got that that corner nicely secured. But finding out what's there and potentially getting a benefit for it for our minerals will be really good. Inexplicable optical phenomena play across the surface of Ferrum 6A, clearly visible from space. Yeah, have a look. Probably find it's someone with mirrors set up. It's going to be a really interesting planet, this one, once it's ready. Look at this. Our armada's getting stronger. We're definitely going to need a new leader, actually, for our second fleet. So let's hire a new admiral now. Higher evasion, higher ship fire rate. Yeah, let's go for you. That's nearly done. Yeah. So we'll see something from this light show. Science Officer Rosen reports the luminous waves coursing through the ice are of alien origin. Some ancient battle deposited scattered wreckage from an alien fighter on the planet, and only the exposed core of its main weapons remains intact. It seems this alien race used lasers similar to the ones currently in use by our fleets, and the fizzling innards periodically discharge low-powered beams into the ice. The planet's harsh climate prevents the lasers from actually melting, allowing the chilling matrix to act as a brilliant prism. Lovely to see. I'm sure it's amazing. Get those mining stations. Get that research station. And I think Nifra is actually going to be our new trade hub. Let's sell these consumer goods. Buy some more metals. And as soon as we're at a position to get Nifra turning into a trade hub, we'll do that. Because I want to get the benefit of this. It's going to give us unity. It's going to give us more consumer goods. It's going to be good for us as a criminal enterprise. Sorry, as a totally legitimate trade organisation. Now, crime within our own borders is going to start to grow, so we're going to want to consider how our fleets provide trade protection over time. Especially as our engineering will improve, and we'll have more options for... Oh, let's just buy them, actually. We'll have more options for our expansion.
A system survey has concluded. Construction venture completed.
Alright, we've still got plenty of time to get over to that ship and take care of it. So, go on your way.
A system survey has concluded.
Encountering Soy. The Tau aliens. Soy is all the way up there, so they're within sensor range. It's not surprising that we're going to be encountering other empires, given we've got 3 immediately next to us and we've created a 4th. Question is, do we want to spend the time to research them? 5 months to do the last of the population growth. I want to get that done before the colony finishes. Look at this. Through hard work and understanding, Oracle Howard has developed new skills. Naval capacity up by 15%. That's actually quite good. It's going to take some of the edge off our maintenance costs. But unfortunately, we are out of time for the day. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. We've got our first colony on the go. The Dahesh Empire is spreading. And we're not going to close off the Queptilian Trade Union, but we're certainly giving ourselves room for expansion. I think before long we're going to end up in some trouble with the Evernite Horde. They are potentially a threat, but we've stepped up ourselves in terms of our economic strength, in terms of the number of systems that we've got, in terms of the subject empires being worth stuff, and the fact that we're part of a federation. It's all good for us. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Stellaris. See you soon.